Hi everyone, it is the beginning of day 3 at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I have not slept since I arrived at Woody Gap. It is 31 degrees with 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and it's been pretty interesting. So there's my little light that I absolutely love, and if I'm going to cut any gear, it's not going to be that little light. It's been wonderful. Here are my socks hanging up to dry on the little line that I hung inside for wet clothes that need to be dried or aired out. And believe me, those socks needed it. Anyway, just thought I would show you how windy it is here. I'm glad I really paid attention to how I was staking this tent out when I put it up. Although I did not put the guy lines out for extra wind, I didn't know it was going to be this windy tonight. I did have a special treat whenever I came into Woody Gap last night. When I came in and was setting up my tent, this van drove up, and this man got out and he said, "Are you a thru hiker?" And I said, "Well, yes, I am." And he said, "Well, what time are you getting up in the morning?" And I thought, about 7, I think. And I thought, why would he be asking me that question? He said, "Well, good, I'll be right here fixing you breakfast in the morning. It's fresh ground." Randino has talked about him, and I was so touched. So he went around and found other thru hikers that are scattered up about here in the different campsites at Woody Gap. And at 7 o'clock in the morning, he's going to be fixing breakfast for us. And I just thought that was really, really sweet. He is an amazing person. He's incredible. Just so sweet and extremely informative. So Randino, you did a good job letting us know about fresh ground. Thank you. I'm not sure if you can hear the wind howling. It's pretty loud. I did want to tell you about last night. Whenever I spent the night it was 1 mile shy of Cooper Gap, the coyotes were howling at night, and on top of that, the military were doing their nighttime maneuvers, and all I could hear was machine gun fire. So between the two, that was an interesting situation last night. However, believe it or not, I slept really well that night. But this wind is something. Isn't this absolutely breathtaking? You can't really appreciate the mountain ranges that are far away because of the clouds and the smoke. Not smoke, because of the clouds, but it is just breathtaking. This has been the most phenomenal hiking experience the last 2 days. The weather has been awesome. Yesterday was Sassafras Mountain. Today is Ramrock Mountain. We're heading to Lance Creek. I'm not sure if it gets any better than this. Oh my gosh. I was in Woody Gap, and the winds were like the shear from a jet stream onto my tent. It was 30-mile-an-hour winds, and it was pretty cold. I mean, it was 31, but with the winds, it felt a whole lot faster, a whole lot colder, excuse me. But, you know, Fresh Ground was here this morning, and he served the most wonderful breakfast. I don't normally eat pancakes, but he fixed these pancakes with fresh blueberries and fresh bananas in them and a ton of butter, which I typically would not do. He fixed scrambled eggs with cheese and bacon, and he had all kinds of fruit and hot cocoa and coffee and juice and bananas, and he was just incredible. And he had a fire pit. He hooked up a gas fire pit for people to sit around because it was so cold and windy. So I have to say, even though I didn't get any sleep last night, that really rejuvenated my spirit. And I did not eat dinner last night except for a protein bar because I actually heated up one of the meals that I made, and it was just disgusting. So I ate one bite and went, nope, I cannot eat this. So I just went on to bed. And the fact that he was there this morning, I ate a very hearty breakfast that would shame any man. And I don't know what to say about that. My husband would marvel because I am not a breakfast person. Anyway, it was delightful. And so today's goal is to get to Woods Hole, but I would like to go all the way into Neel's Gap. With no sleep last night, I don't think that that's doable, but I'm going to try. And so I hope you all have had a wonderful morning. I needed to take my pack off. I'm burning up. It is so pretty. I think it's about 42, but I've been hiking about 3 miles. So the gloves and the hat and the raincoat needed to come off. I've been wearing the raincoat not for rain, but to hold in the warmth from the wind. And this is just the prettiest little stream. But these little crossings here, they make me really nervous. Okay, here we go. Is that spectacular or what? I just left Lance Creek. That was that little crossing that I just showed you. The Lance Creek campground was just beyond that. And now I'm heading up another mountain. I'm coming up to, I think this is Henry Gap. It's before you get to Girard Gap, unless I'm mistaken. Let's see what this says. Neel's Gap is 5.2. This is Girard Gap. All right. This is where I started at 4:30 on my practice shakedown hike and went over Blood Mountain in the dark. It is, hold on, I'm going to put you on pause. It is 1:50 right now, so 5.2 miles. I don't know if I've got that in me today. I might have to stay at Woods Hole Gap, which is not on this sign. Anyway, here we go. I'm at Slaughter Creek Trail, and here's the water source right here. If I remember right, I've stopped. I think Blood Mountain is right around this corner. Man, this has been one tough baby today. I might be wrong. Nope. It's 4:08. Let's go inside. I can show you. Let me see if I can make that a little smaller. There we go. Okay. Gotta pause. This is a big step. Okay. Whew. Well, This is actually much cleaner than it was when I came in November. There's room for a lot of people to sleep in here. There's room for 3 tents in this room. The windows are open. There are no shutters. And then there's this other room. And there's probably room for 5 or 6 tents in here. And a lot of different people. Sorry, that's a little choppy. It's really beautiful. So we'll look back over this way, out the window. Pretty awesome view. We're going to see another view in just a minute. So if you're hiking in at night, come to the left of the shelter. Here's an example of how they mark the boulders. Does that not take your breath away? Oh my gosh. Oh, I've been up here so many times and I have never seen it this clear. The universe is really something. We're so small. If you're hiking at night, when you get to this big first rock formation where you have an overlook, which you wouldn't know, you'll just know that it's a big rock formation. Just stay in the middle of it. Don't go to the right or the left, because there's your next marker right there. Well, everyone, it's 6:06. I'm at Neel Gap Mountain Crossings.